Hey everybody, it's your boy the Tandemice here, and today we're here to review Sonic 3, Sonic 3, Sonic 3, ba 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 ba, Sonic 3, Sonic 3, Sonic 3, ba 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 ba. Well, it's about time, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, baby. Look over there real quick. Yeah, it's on the wall over there. But anyway, try to make this video quick because I'm low on battery and also other stuff. Yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses in this video because my frames are cracked, so I won't be able to wear them for a couple of videos, but I am going to get new frames or new glasses altogether. I can still wear them, I'm just trying not to wear them as much because I don't want them to break more. So, anyway, let's review Sonic the Hedgehog 3, shall we? So, I reviewed the other two Sonic movies, and you know my opinions on them. They're great movies, exceptionally made, if I do say so myself. But Jeff Fuller and the team just know what they're doing. The writers are excellent. Pat Casey and Nate Miller, something like that. Yeah, they also wrote Violent Night. I will review Violent Night on the channel at some point, but yeah, guys, I really love the Sonic movies, and Sonic 3 is no exception. Now, if I had to rank all three Sonic movies, I'd say Sonic 2, Sonic 3, then Sonic 1. I know, hot take, everybody. I like Sonic 2 a little more than 3. Call me insane. I don't care. Listen, they're all on par with each other. I mean, I just slightly prefer 2 over 3, and I'll get into why in a minute. I will get into spoilers later in the video, but I won't do spoilers till after I give the rating. But yeah, guys. Overall, Sonic 3 is a very awesome movie. Like one of the best of 2024. Only reason I didn't review it right away because I wanted to take a break. Every year, what I'm gonna do every year is I'm gonna have the Hilda video be the final video of the year. Usually, I mean, I mean, I guess I don't have to do that. But 2023 I did with a Hilda video, so I wanted Hilda video to be a 2024 ending too. I'm gonna keep that going for a while. But now we're in 2025. Happy New Year, by the way. I probably should have said at the beginning. But anyway, so what else can I say about Sonic 3? Well, Keanu Reeves' Shadow was one of the best casting decisions of all time. I mean, they know how to cast their characters, bro. Like, they got Colleen from the games to voice Tails. They got Ben Schwartz to voice Sonic. He does an awesome job. They got Idris Elba to voice Knuckles. And now they got Keanu Reeves to voice Shadow in this. And in probably future installments, because they are making a Sonic 4. Man, I'm just, I'm impressed with the voice actors and the actors and everybody. They just do such a good job. And of course, we got Jim Carrey as Robotnik once again. But not just Ivo Robotnik. His grandpa, Gerald Robotnik, shows up. This is a little different of a change from the game. Because if you didn't know in the game, Sonic Adventure 2, Gerald's already dead by the time the events of the game start. So yeah, I mean, he's dead. But in this movie, they brought him back. He's alive, which is interesting. I thought that was a cool choice. It made for an interesting dynamic between the two, Jim and Ivo and Gerald. And yeah. Now, this is where I get into some negatives, though. Some of the jokes with Ivo and Gerald, like the two Jim Carreys, it get a little repetitive and stale. I'll admit, like, there's one scene in particular with, like, dancing into lasers or whatever, that really, like, they try to do, like, the tavern scene from Sonic 2, but it just isn't as good. Like, it just goes on for too long, and it's funny at first, but I feel like they could have cut that down a little bit. The rest of the time, they're funny, but yeah, the joke got old after a while, honestly. But that doesn't detract. Like, every scene with Shadow is amazing. Like, Shadow himself is phenomenally done. I'm so glad he turned out great in this movie. And they do the backstory with him and Rhea Robotnik really good. And yeah, and they do all the freaking battles really good. And everything is just really exceptionally well done. Like, if you're a Sonic fan, you will be satisfied. Like, I really think they did a great job adapting Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow's story. I am excited to see what they do for Sonic 4. I'm still going to be watching these. I love the Sonic movies so much, guys. Arguably, the Sonic movies are the best, not only the best video game movies, but the best video game adaptations of all time. Like, in my opinion. I know not everybody agrees. Like, my friend Fishy, he doesn't think they're all that, but that's fine. Everybody thinks the Sonic movies are all that. And a lot of people think they get better each time. Now, me personally, I think Sonic 2 is a little better, but I think all three movies, like, to discount the first movie is kind of stupid. Like, bro, the first movie is still awesome, in my opinion. Like, bro, there's a lot of callbacks to it, and I think they're going to keep calling back to it, because the first Sonic movie really changed the game, bro. Like, to me, Sonic 1 was like the first video game movie that truly felt like a true good adaptation. Because before Sonic 1, there wasn't really that many great video game movies around. Like, yeah, we got Mario now, we got Sonic, and we got, what other ones? Yeah, that's about it, I guess, right? It's not many that many great ones. Okay, there's Arcane. That's a TV show. I haven't seen Fallout yet. Last of Us is really good. I like the Last of Us show. They adapted that well. I don't know how season 2 is gonna go, but because I didn't really like Last of Us 2 that much from what I played. I didn't finish it yet, but yeah, as far as like video game movies go, nothing beats the Sonic movies. I feel like Sonic is unmatched. Like as good as the new Mario movie was, the Illumination one, it wasn't as good as the Sonic movies. I'm sorry, not even Sonic 1. I hate to be that guy, but it just wasn't like as good as it was. It was a really good one. Much better than the old Mario movie, but no video game movie comes close to the Sonic movies, bro. This trend will continue. And honestly, the Sonic movies are just special. Like they're wonderfully written. The writers care. Their director is passionate about it. He knows how to do the action scenes and the comedy. You know, Sonic is amazing in them. I love Sonic. He's my favorite video game character and character of all time, if I'm being honest. All the actors do a fantastic job. I mean, it's visually fantastic. All the special effects are incredible. I mean, again, I can go all day. Like, even with my minor nitpicks with the Robotniks in this and how... I feel like, like I said, the main problem with this is the Robotnik scenes. They do... Like, especially the laser dance scene, that really felt too long. They could have cut some scenes down with them a bit. But everything else, all the other characters and all the other scenes are just exceptional. I give this movie a 9.8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10 out of 10, but man, these Sonic movies are just awesome. I think I gave Sonic 2 like a 9.8. I gave it around the same rating, I think. Is it like... Yeah, I still give this 9.8 out of 10. It's on par. It's not as good as Wicked and Wild Robot, but I'd say it's either above or on par with Devil Wolverine. Yeah, I mean... Both are very well done fan servicey movies, I feel. But anyway, now that I've given it a rating, let's get to some spoilers now. So, the third act of this movie. These are the spoiler section, guys. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to get spoiled. I mean, the movie's been out for like a couple weeks now, so if you haven't seen it by now, I'm just putting spoiler warning here anyway, just in case you haven't seen it. But anyway, so the third act of this movie is insane. So, Super Sonic and Shadow fight, and then Shadow becomes Super Shadow, which is epic. And then you get to hear the Live and Learn soundtracks, the music from the game itself. They starts playing, they fly to Jerry Robotnik's ship. It's this epic fight. It's amazing. Like that entire sequence was dope. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things with Maria. Like there's James Marsden's character Tom. You know, he's talking to Sonic. He's like, "You never changed what was in here." There's a lot of really great messages. The scene with Sonic and Shadow on the moon. That entire third act, I feel like, there's all that whole sacrifice announcement thing Jim Carrey does. Ivo, he talks to Stone, and he finally admits he loves Stone as a person. Really sweet scene. But yeah, the main thing I want to talk about in the spoiler section is the first post-credit scene. So, the mid-credit scene. So after Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles race. Yeah, I still think Sonic 2 has the best post-credits scene with Shadow, but this is definitely second. So, I mean, the post-credit scenes of these movies, I always look forward to them. They're amazing, but... Especially, though, I think the first Sonic post-credit scene was the most insane, because at the time, nobody knew Sonic had post-credit scenes, so when the Tails thing happened, that was just insane. But anyway, now that we're expecting them, what did they give us this time? Well... Sonic 3's after credit scene, the first one. There is two of them. There's one at the very end after this one, but I'll just tell you what it is. It's Shadow. He's still alive. Like, yeah, he has that sacrifice moment, but it's revealed at the very end. At the very end of the credits, he's still alive. But let me get to this, the main one, the big one. So anyway, so the Metal Sonic shows up. Yeah, finally. Metal Sonic points a gun at Sonic. He's about to blast him. A bunch of Metal Sonic show up, surround him. Sonic's like, oh shit, what the heck? Like, cosplay, I gotta fight you. And then, the legend herself. You see a hammer, swing all the Metal Sonics. Some cloaked figure appears. And it's Amy Rose. At the last. Oh my god, I'm so hyped for Sonic 4, guys. At the last, we finally have the main four together at last. Sonic 4 could not be a more appropriate title. Now, what exactly is going to happen in Sonic 4? I have no idea. We gotta wait a couple years. It's 2027. Spring 2027. But I gotta say, I am so hyped to finally see those four together. Like, bro, the fact that it took 3 movies for Amy to finally show up, I feel like she should have shown up at the end of Sonic 2. I get why she wasn't in Sonic 3, because it would have been too much. Like, the main story, I should say. She's in Sonic 3, but in the after credits scene. I get why they didn't put in Sonic 3, because that just would have been too much to put in the main story. But, man, Sonic 4, it has the potential to be a 10 out of 10 movie, guys. Like, Sonic 4, I've never been more hyped. Like, especially since I have no idea what Sonic 4 is even going to be about. Will they adapt CD? Will they adapt Heroes? I don't know. I mean, with Sonic 3, it was obviously going to adapt Sonic Adventure 2 because it's Shadow, so yeah, that was pretty obvious. And Sonic 2 is obviously adapting Sonic, the game 2, and Sonic 3. They were adapting the second and third game. So yeah, that made sense. Like, yeah, I obviously knew what direction Sonic 2 and 3 were going to go. But honestly, I have no idea what Sonic 4 is going to be about. They could do anything with Sonic 4, and that's what excites me. Like, it's a complete mystery to me, what they're going to do. I mean, there's Metal Sonics. I mean, I saw one theory online that it's going to be like, you know, like Amy's from the future and Silver's going to send her back. I've heard that theory, but we'll see. I mean, I'm very excited either way to see Amy. Now, this isn't confirmed or not, but there are rumors that Sonic and Amy are going to actually have a romantic relationship in Sonic 4, which would be freaking amazing. Like, well, it's about time. Like, you know, the cyborg meme.
Well, it's about time.
Well, it's about time. You know, like, seriously, I've been waiting for Sonic and Amy to kiss and date for, like, 20 freaking years. Like, bro, I mean, if they don't do it in Sonic 4, I don't know when they're gonna do it. I mean, seriously, we need to just make them a couple at this point. Like, bro, you got Mickey and Minnie, you got freaking Popeye and Olive Oil, like, I mean, bro, you got so many couples out there, just make them a couple, bro. You got Robin and Starfire. Like, you might as well just make them a couple at this point, bro. Like, what's the deal, Sega? Just do it, bro. Like, everybody wants it. I mean, just make them a couple at this point. Like, well, why are they just... Bro, I get why Phineas and Isabella for Phineas and Ferb aren't a couple because they're kids. But, like, bro, I mean, this is Sonic and Amy, bro. They've been implied to be a couple for, like, forever. Like, you might as well just make them a couple at this point. Like, bro. Especially, I know, and Phineas and Ferb, like, yeah, you could make Phineas and Isabella. Well, the new season's coming out this year, so we'll see. But anyway, I gotta say, guys, Sonic 3 was an awesome movie, and I definitely recommend to go see it if you have not yet. Sonic movies are incredibly done. And super well done. And you get it, super, because of Supersonic. And again, the fights remind me of Dragon Ball Z because of the Supersonic scenes. They're like, you know, they have a reference to Man of Steel in one scene with when Supersonic's punching Super Shadow. It's just an incredible movie, guys. I really loved it. All the music was great. Everything was just great. But anyway, guys, I think that's all I got to say about Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm very excited for 4, and this year's going to be great for movies. I am really excited for the rest of the year. Even though this was a movie that came out last year, but I'm posting it on New Year's Day. But yeah, or maybe I hope I post on New Year's Day. Okay. Live and learn. The Tatum Meister is signing out.